Hello everyone! So I actually managed to get the entire Jurassic World Rebirth 2025 wave. And I'm going to be taking a look at the Titanosaurus and Raptor tracking mission. I gotta say, I'm not going to be counting Polybags or the Brick-Built Dolores, just since they're not a part of the main line, or they're not minifigure scale. So let's get into it. Let's take a look at the Raptor and Titanosaur tracking mission. God, Lego's running out of ideas for names. Going over the minifigures first, we have Dr. Henry Loomis, who sadly has no leg printing. It doesn't really look that good blank, I feel like. But he does have some nice torso printing, as well as the back. He does have an alternate face. One is where he's happy. One is where he's really angry. This is going to be a trend you'll notice in these minifigures. They all are very angry for some reason. Here is Martin. He does have some leg printing this time. A little belt, and I think that's pocket? I'm not sure what that is. So he does have some nice printing on his torso, and flipping it around. Again, some printing on the back. He has a face that's very angry. I don't know why these minifigures are so angry. Okay, then he also has a happy face too. More so a smirk, actually. Here is Zora, who I must say, she has the best printing out of all of them. I think the amount of detail on her shirt and her legs look really nice, I gotta say. Yeah, there's a little knife in the back too. That is really cool. She does have an alternate face. One is she's happy, or not even happy, I don't know what that is. She's just kind of there. And of course, angry. Why are they all angry? Can't any of them be scared? I don't know, man. The dinosaurs included feature the newer Lego Velociraptor, which I already went over in the trying to think here what the set was called. Oh yeah, Raptor Off-Road Escape. So he's the same Raptor in that set. So I'm not really gonna go over him, just since we already went over him there. And of course, the big guy, the Titanosaurus. Yeah, I thought the Titanosaurus was kind of an odd pick for the movie, just since, you know, there's only like a couple partial like bone fragments they found. I guess that means more creative liberties, I guess. Like, people aren't gonna be like, that's inaccurate! It doesn't look like that! Just as, well, we don't know. I want to say there's a couple, like, vertebrae, I want to say. I could be wrong, though. Sorry. We're not talking about the real Titanosaurus. We're talking about the Lego Titanosaurus. And I gotta say, this guy reuses the Brachiosaurus's neck and the body. He has a new tail and new head. Something I thought was odd, though, he uses the same jaw as the Velociraptor. Look at that! You got, like, the largest dinosaur, and then you got, like, the turkey-sized Velociraptor, who, like, literally uses the same jaw. That is so funny to me. I do wish, I mentioned this with the Brachiosaurus, but I do wish that he had movable legs. I think that's just really lazy on their part. Speaking of lazy, get out of here. Anywho, I do think this is a very nice looking figure. I do think the printing on it looks really nice. Like the sculpt on the head also looks pretty nice. Going down the neck, again, looking very, very nice. Oh yeah, I wish they had painted the teeth on it. Like, it just looks a little boring, just blank gray. Can you imagine having gray teeth? That'd be really weird. Again, this is an awkward gap here, which was again on the Brachiosaurus, so I'm not gonna complain about that. Again, he has some nice printing on the body, but I gotta say, my favorite part is that they didn't feature printing on the sides of it, so you can actually twist it without like it looking really ugly. Like, I feel like with most Lego dinosaurs, like, let's say the Spinosaurus here, when you move the tail, yeah, it doesn't look right. You can't really move it. I mean, you can, but like it looks really weird. However, the Titanosaurus, you can move it without it looking funky. I'm sure people who do stop motion like love this. Is this set worth $100? Absolutely not. Is this probably what makes up a lot of it? Probably. So here's a comparison to the original Brachiosaurus. Okay, yeah, you can definitely see that they reused the same neck and body. But something I do think is cool is that the original Brachiosaurus had printing on the top of the neck, but this new one has no printing on top of the neck, but printing on the lower part of the neck. the Brachiosaurus did not have printing on the lower part of the neck. So I think that's a good like compromise. I think that's really cool. Also, the Brachiosaurus, it did have some printing on the side, but it wasn't really that much. And he has a bunch on the top. This guy's a bunch on the sides. So yeah, I do like that actually. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, you can definitely tell that they're very similar looking, other than like the head and the tail. Yeah, I was a bit annoyed because for a while I had the world's largest molded Lego dinosaur. Then of course they make another one. So of course I had to get that one. I think you're the only reason I bought that set, okay? Yeah, the tail makes it just much longer. I mean, not much longer, but just the slightest bit longer. I mean, I guess I'm curious how much each of them weigh, and like how are we determining largest? Is it height? Is it width? If it's width, they're the same width. Is it length? I always go by length. So I don't know. So yes, let's get into the actual build itself, instead of the dinosaurs and the minifigures. So you do get some small like vehicles included. You get a little motorcycle. Nothing special about you. You're just a motorcycle. You also get this buggy thingy, which has a trailer, which is a trailer. I don't know what to say. It's just used for carrying the 8 quazillion accessories the set comes with, like a flashlight, a tranquilizer gun, the tracker thingy, another tranquilizer gun. How many tranquilizer guns do these people need? Another tranquilizer gun. Some binoculars. Like, there's just so many damn accessories. Anywho, you can lift and lower this. It does go back and forth pretty nicely. But one thing I thought was cool is that this trailer part, you can actually connect it to other vehicles in the line. Okay, here's the car that's in the Spinosaurus and Quetzalcoatlus tracking, or no, air mission? Oh my god. Lego! I can't memorize these names for the reviews. But you can actually hook that onto the back. Yeah, I noticed on a lot of my vehicles as I was getting them, like, why they all have this darn, like, winch thing in the back? What is that for? And now I'm like, oh, that's what that's for. And that makes sense. So yeah, I think that's kind of cool. They're kind of interconnecting the sets. The set also comes with like a little box of dinosaur embryos again. Or not embryos, DNA samples, or whatever the hell they're called. So yes. So one of the main builds of this set is a campsite. Like I said, this kind of combining like 3 scenes for the movie, one of which didn't even exist. For the one that didn't exist is the campsite. Obviously, when are they camping? Again, I have not watched the movie in a while, but I'm almost certain that there was no campsite like this. I mean, there might have been, but I can't really remember. When I was building this set, my mom came in, she's like, "Can you imagine having a fork that's like longer than your arm?" Like, look at that, it really is. That's hilarious. And plus, it only has 3 prongs too. They make it that big, but it only has 3 prongs. I mean, minifigure scale at least. Sorry. Anywho, there's a little spider on the camp or tent, but you can open it up, and there's a little bed on the inside for make Glumperson to sleep. You've also got a tree, but it's being kind of held on there by a very janky little stem. It has holes in it too. That's not very good. Oops, it fell. Oh no! There's some bones, probably from the raptor's meals. I gotta say that the detailing on this looks really nice to me. I think the detailing on the tree also looks really good. Like, it looks really nice. I like all the, like, white flowers on it. But you have the Titanosaurus. Stomp on over here. Eat some of the nice, succulent, scrumptious leaves. And in the process, maybe he'll step on this little conveniently placed lever, causing the tree to fall down. It's a very basic gimmick, but it's very effective. It's just this little knob here. But you just click it back into place, and it works pretty nicely. But you can use it to, let me line this up, smash vehicles or something. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Okay, the next part of the set is the abandoned gas station, which in all honesty is probably my favorite part of the set. Not that I don't like the Titanosaurus. I think he's cool, but this is the part that I like the best. So I do like all the detailing Lego put in there. There's a little snake on this spongy thingy-mabobber. There's like some pieces missing at the wall. There's a crack in the window. Closed. Open 24 hours. That's pretty funny. Looks like a bullet went through there or something. Same thing with that pane of glass. It says, no phones, no food, no dinosaurs. Again, I do like the detail. There's like some gaps in the wall. There's some mold growing in there. There's a little chunk missing. There's some plants. I like the sign, how it's a little, it's just kind of, it's like it's breaking. That's pretty cool. I mean, one of the things I was doing is I was taking, I was taking the motorcycle, driving it off the roof, and then I took the Raptor, and he steps on this part and falls. I imagine that'd be like a good like play scene for someone to do. Okay, so this isn't actually like a part of this build. I just put it on there. So there's also a little antennae thingy that can also be put like on the cart thing. I just put it on there just because I felt like it was taking up space. There's also this little drone who is just being held up by this little rod thing. This is a piece I'd never seen before. Yeah, I had never seen anything curved like this, and with a Technic pin on the end. I had never seen that before. I like the way they designed that lamp, or the lamp here. That looks really cool. Turning it around to the back, you've got some oil splotches. Oopsies. That's pretty cool. I like the like gas station, the gas pump too. This piece, that piece there, that's been used for like a gas pump. That's been used for like, they would use it as white. They turn it into a dinosaur skull. It's pretty cool. So something I thought was odd that they asked to put this box here. Why would you do that? I mean, it's just gonna block the entry, it's just gonna block the buggy from going through. So why would you do that? Anyway, there's a ladder that goes up onto the roof, to probably escape. Get this back up. So they're turning around to the back. There, I like the detailing they have. There's a little sign for hot dogs. Here's an old slushy machine. There's a moldy hot dog. There's a little microwave. There's a computer. Where is it? Oh yeah, this I had never seen before. It's a little like machine that you deposit your money. And I had no idea you could put this $100 bill through there. That is really cool. I had no idea. So yeah, that's about it. So I think this is a really fun set. It's got a lot of playability, but it kind of combines the gas station scene from the end of the movie. It kind of throws in a bunch of random vehicles that weren't even in the movie. Then it throws in the tree and the Titanosaur from another scene, and a campsite that didn't even exist from what I remember. But again, it is a cool set. I do like it, but in all honesty, I don't really know what other set they'd include this in, so I can get why it's included here. But yeah, so yeah, thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next one.